Sports presents coverage of high school volleyball. Tonight it's a Northwest Suburban Conference matchup between the Blaine Bengals and the #1 team in the state in Class 3A, the Champlin Park Rebels. From Champlin Park High School, John Jacobson along with Andy Gugersberg. And Andy, fun to see the Rebels in action tonight. #1 team in the state, 10-0, won the Southwest Minnesota State Challenge over the weekend. They haven't lost a set, much less a match this year.
Yeah, they're in a space right now that few teams in the history of Minnesota have been in. Not just beating teams, but beating teams handily. Their first set score against Lakeville North down in Marshall this weekend, 25-10 against then #1 team in the state, Lakeville North. They are a machine playing volleyball right now.
4 Division I recruits that are seniors in that starting lineup, and so if for an opponent, you just don't know where the attack's going to come from, right?
Yeah, they got options on options. They've got hitters. Their setters are amazing. Their libero might be one of the best in the state this year. There are no holes in this Champlin Park team.
For Blaine, they come in with a 2-3 record, and talking to head coach Celeste Gorman, said, you know, some of their players definitely looking forward to the challenge tonight, but perhaps some of their younger players a little bit odd that they're playing such great talent on the other side of the net.
Yeah, it's a big deal for the new kids. There's 7 underclassmen on the Blaine roster, all of them getting some significant varsity experience right now. And like you said, just a little shock and awe. The seniors, the 9 upperclassmen, really excited about an opportunity to play the best team in the state, just see what their medal is. I don't know that they're thinking about a win here, but they're thinking about how to challenge, how to make Champlin Park uncomfortable.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Bengals. One of their seniors who will play college volleyball next year on her own. It's Sydney Aber.
Yeah, Sydney Aber, a great get for New Haven, Connecticut, D2 power out east. And she's a right side hitter, probably hits one of the quicker balls. It gets off her hand in a hurry. She's able to hit it cross court, can take it line, and isn't afraid of a big block, which she'll see a lot of tonight.
For the Rebels, a lot of options of a girl who could be a key player tonight. We'll go with senior setter Izzy Ashburn.
Izzy Ashburn, just a great kid. I remember when she started and we did one of her early matches and talked about, you know what, she's a setter, her job is to get Hilly the ball. Obviously talking about Sid Hilly at that point. She has turned into one of the best orchestrators of offense in the state of Minnesota. She gets middles to bite on things that she doesn't set, gets her hitters in one-on-ones, and puts up a ball that just about anybody can score on. When you have those hitters, it's even easier though.
Should be a good one tonight for Champlin Park here at home on Parents' Night as they look to improve to 11-0 on the season. We'll take a break, come back, and set up set 1. It's Blaine Champlin Park Volleyball next on CCX Sports.
Is it pretty?
Daddy.
It's pretty.
Maybe I'll say it.
We're back live at Champlin Park High School. Blaine and Champlin Park. The Rebels being introduced right now out on the court. Parents' Night tonight here at Champlin Park. Let's look at our starters. First of all, for the Blaine Bengals, Sydney Aber, Haley Studer, outside hitters, along with Michaela Kronberg. Grace Kringle, he is a middle hitter, as is Ogechi Anyanwu. Michaela Brzezinski is their setter, and Paige Crow is the libero for the Blaine Bengals. And for Champlin Park, Lauren Clark, senior, comes over from Armstrong this year. Emma Schmidt, Jordan Stelpus, Sammy Hilly, and the rest of their starters, Izzy Ashburn, Hannah Prasky, and Caitlin Weimer-Skirch. Veteran team, and those girls have seen a lot of not only club volleyball action, but a lot of varsity experience in that group of girls. So look at our head coaches. First of all, the Blaine Bengals, Celeste Gorman, now in her 14th year as head coach. And many of you in the volleyball community already know this, but as a matter of record, my main man, Andy Gugersberg's wife as well.
Yeah, you're going to get some homer in this match, not for the Champlin Park Rebels. My apologies to our listening and viewing audience. But as a wise man once told me, I know where my bread is buttered.
John Junker, 8th season as head coach. What great success. 5 consecutive section chairman appearances, or section titles.
I'll tell you what, John Junker just breeds winning. You know, he's got the respect of just about every coach in the state of Minnesota. He's taken programs. This is his 3rd program that he's taken over and taken to unthought of heights before. I mean, a lot of people said when they started going to the state tournament, it's because of the Hilly kid. It's because of the Hilly kid and some of the other pieces they have. That's why they're going. She graduates and they get better. John Junker might be one of the most gifted technical coaches in the state of Minnesota that coaches high school volleyball. He gets kids to do things the right way physically and technically, and then he gets them to buy into a game plan that allows them to win. In talking with him before the game, good enough just isn't for this team, and it's fun to see what they can do here.
Izzy Ashburn with the set to start set 1. Back set pushed across by Emma Schmidt.
I think we had an antenna violation there. Set was a little too wide. Schmidt tries to bring it back in, not able.
First point goes to Blaine. And Megan Keller, senior, will rotate in and serve here for the Bengals. Wins over Coon Rapids and Spring Lake Park as Champlin Park answers, and they get a quick set, and Hannah Praske, the junior middle, with the kill.
Yeah, nice location here. That ball pushed right past Anyanwe, and Praske takes it into the corner. That's going to be open all night for the Rebels.
Megan Panzer is in for Champlin Park. She serves here. Ball played to the middle and over by Anyawu. Ashburn set and down the line. And down hard, Emma Schmidt with the kill.
Emma Schmidt with a nice swing there. It starts, we'll see here, we get it a little late. Ashburn with the jump set. Schmidt's got the entire court to work with. Really tough when you have a middle bumping the ball over the net backwards to get into a rhythm, and Blaine can't.
Left side attack, pushed past Panzer and down, and the kill for the Bengals.
Yeah, Kronberg uses the hypotenuse corner there. She's set tight and all the way out to the antenna and gets it into the deep cross court.
Ties the set at 2.
Interesting move here for the Bengals.
Aber serving. Ashburn put it up left side and across and down. The kill for Jordan Stelpus.
Yeah, good outside set here. Stelpus goes around the block and in front of the defender. Nice swing.
Caitlin Weimerskirch, first time seeing her with a touch tonight. Gets the serve in play. Here's Ashburn setting. Sammy Hilly gets blocked. Rebels recover. Outside to Schmidt again. And down off hands for a point. Yeah, we talked about the 4 seniors in the pregame. Clark and Schmidt and Weimerskirch and Ashburn. They're all the D1 players next year. But these juniors have also played a lot of high-level volleyball that we've seen on the court. Hilly and Praske and Stelpus, Andy.
Yeah, all 3 of those players, big part of the state tournament run last year for the Rebels, and they're looking to get a little more experience down at the Excel this year.
Another kill for Sammy Hilly, and it's 5-2 Rebels. Weimerskirch serves, handled nicely, back row by Keller. Weimerskirch on left side, a cross over by Stelpus. 1-1, and Kronberg, a nice job to put that ball in play for the Bengals. Schmidt, and got it down. Looks like she mishit that a little bit, Andy, and still landed in play.
Yeah, she definitely overran that ball, but able to throw her hand across it very quickly into that deep one corner. Coach Gorman's seen enough of that, and going to see if we can get Heather Beebe to get a block on the ball.
Senior number 17 in for Bengals. Weimer Scourge goes that way and off of Keller's hands and out for an 8.
Yeah, serve receive is the Bengals' Achilles heel right now, and we see a great serve here from Weimer Scourge, and Keller not able to move her feet behind the ball.
She has 12 aces on the team, 3rd for Champlin Park. Left side attack, and it gets blocked as Campo went up, and Champlin Park ready for it, and they get the block and the kill.
Schmidt playing at a pretty high level right now. We see her get her eyes on Campo, and she drops her left hand inside to get that block.
Back set, big swing, but too strong by Anyanwu.
Yeah, Anyanwu overruns this ball a little bit. Ogechi not quite patient enough to see it, and it's another point for the Rebels.
And now Champlin Park out on a 7-0 run, leading at 9-2, make it 10-2, another ace for Weimer Scourge. And a timeout for Blaine.
In one of the many conversations I've had with the Blaine head coach over the last couple days about this match, we talked a lot about, like, what is the goal? And, you know, in talking with college coaches that, you know, like I brought up a good conversation I had with Steve Aird when he was the head coach at Maryland and they were coming in to play Minnesota. You don't come into that match going, okay, we're hoping to beat the Gophers when they're going to go play for a national championship. What you hope is that you can control your side of the net right now. And we've seen 6 or 7 good points from the Rebels, but we've seen 3 or 4 just silly errors from the Bengals. And that's why Coach Gorman calls this timeout. It's not about, hey, we're not, you know, let's cut off what Schmidt wants to do on the right side. It's, hey, let's move our feet past the ball when we get the opportunity, get our feet to the ball and put it in play and make them earn something. Champlin's capable of earning 25 points, so you definitely don't want to give away anything when you get the opportunity.
Control what you can control.
Absolutely.
Out of the timeout, Weimer Scourge on a good run here for the Rebels. This one deep, but handled by Beebe. And floated deep long by Campo.
And it's the fear that comes in of we can't do anything right now. And when you start getting that mindset, you end up being right when you think that way.
The left side pushed over by Campo. Good dig by Weimer Scourge. Schmidt attacks. And a point and another kill for Emma Schmidt, the senior.
That's a good 1-2-3 here. We see a great tip picked up by Weimer Scourge with one hand. Great move to reverse that ball from Ashburn, and Schmidt takes it down the line.
They're back outside. Campo partially blocked there by the Rebels. Ashburn setting up Hilly, and that is off of Brzezinski and out.
Hilly with a great swing there, turning that ball. She comes in looking like she's hitting to the 5 and turns it into the 1. Really nice swing. Not a lot of options for Brzezinski there.
Floats it this time. Beebe gets a piece of it. Hilly over off Brzezinski. Oh, the Campo. Strong swing and too long.
Campo's 3rd or 4th hitting air deep. She's got to finish her swing if she wants to see this rotation ended. Weimer Scourge having all the fun in the world back there, serving tough and getting after it.
Block at the net on the chip by Anyanwu. Hilly gets a dig. Ashburn will set up Schmidt again. Talk about the, you know, yes, Blaine's making some errors, but how good are these serves and hard to handle, just hard for Blaine to get into their offense?
Absolutely true. You know, when Weimer Scourge puts the pace that she's putting on this ball, it's going to be a one-option set for the Bengals, and even that one option isn't a good set, so Blaine ends up rolling a free ball, down ball across the net, and then Champlin just gets to do whatever they want to do, and we see it again here as they are up 16-2 here and look to be a little bit of a mass substitution. Oh no, we just get Kronberg back in.
Yep. Back replacing Beebe. Set on Yawu, handled though back row. And Hilly gets on top of that ball off the nice set. And gets her 3rd kill of the set.
Yeah, there's a blocking error there as Campo and Anyawu both trying to figure out where to go, and Hilly sees the open net and takes advantage. Timeout 2 here in the middle of this run for Blaine. Champlin Park, I like the fact that they're getting Hilly a ton of balls right now. Anybody that's watching this match, and it's their first match on TV this year, so there's going to be some people. I guarantee you Scott Jackson's going to watch this match. I guarantee you all of our other viewers who are high school coaches, Vicky Swenson's going to watch this match. Other Lakeville North's going to watch this match. And when push comes to shove, Schmidt's going to get the majority of the work in this rotation. So anytime we can get middles involved, they like to see that. And if you're Ashburn and you can find your middle, it's just a more fun set. It's easy to set the ball to the pins. If you can force middle, that's when you have a lot of fun as a setter. And with the first touch that Champlin has right now, they can run whatever they want. 17-2. Hoping for a quick side out here off the second timeout in this rotation.
Weimer-Skirch gets another serve in play, though. Campo tipping it over the block. Weimer-Skirch dives to the floor and gets that one. Attack from Stelpus. And this time it's long, and the point goes to Blaine.
Yeah, Stelpus does a really nice job looking for hands there, but the block wasn't up quite high enough for her to get the touch there.
So really the first hitting error for Champlin Park.
Correct.
And it's 17-3. Weimer-Skirch handling that serve. Ashburn outside. They go right back. And it's off of Campo and down off the swing from Stelpus.
Stelpus really accelerated well on that ball.
They go right back to her, and she gets the side out.
That's knowing you can trust your setter right there. Or trust your hitter, excuse me, if you're the setter. She makes an error, you go right back to her.
Nothing you can do about that serve.
Hey, it's a home court bounce right there. Schmidt loving the net, off the tape and down for the ace.
Schmidt on the serve, this time handled by Paige Crow. They go to Campo, gets it down for a kill.
Campo getting a little bit better at getting her left arm up on that ball and able to put that one down for a point.
Haley Studer, sophomore, back in. As Kronberg serves. Schmidt to Ashburn. They go back to Hilly, get blocked but out of play. Point for Champlin Park.
Now that we have Ashburn in the front row, we get to see Hilly run that slide, and she runs it to perfection.
Lauren Clark into the match for the first time. She's been very early.
She started, was in for the first 2 points, and then subbed out. And then the next rotation, Weimer-Skirch went on that run.
Going a little bit too wide, and the right idea by Studer trying to drop it back behind Clark, but hit it too far out, and it's a point for Champlin Park.
Part of the game plan for the Bengals is to make Clark play the first ball. So that error is a very encouraging sign if you're the Blaine Bengals. Sophomore Haley Studer going for Clark and just missing wide.
Crow will serve now for Blaine. Ashburn will set up Clark, and they get a first swing from Lauren Clark that we haven't really talked about tonight. As I mentioned, came over from Armstrong High School last year, an all-state player, headed to Penn State next year, and the rich get richer, as my mom used to say, her dad would say.
I'll tell you what, Penn State recruiting Clark was one of those moves that you're like, Russ, I love what you're about right now. She was a raw kid when she committed to Penn State, playing high-level club for the last few years. She's turned into a nice little player and does a nice job on that kill to get them 22. See her hands, she blocks with her elbows across the net.
Ashburn back to Praske, and that's off of Stoffaker and out. Point Champlin Park.
Great slide there from, was that Praske? Yeah, great slide from Praske, up off 1 foot and cuts it back across. Attack
from the right side, handled by Schmidt off the hit from Studer and then tipped over by Prasky for a point, and it's now set point for Champlin Park.
Big swing, repeat. Catch it on the off speed the second time with the slide. I like that route again.
Lindsey Roth serving. Here's Ashburn setting for Clark. It's blocked. A great block by Aber. Clark will swing again and long.
That is kind of the book on Clark. She hits really hard, but she doesn't always hit at her peak. She's trying to get that ball through the floorboards. And we see Aber do a really nice job of getting her hands across, kind of maybe getting in the head of Clark a little bit, because that's an uncharacteristic error for the senior outside.
Anyawu back in. Brzezinski to serve for the Bengals. Good serve, but handled by Schmidt. Ashburn will go back to Clark. Off hands. Brzezinski comes up and handles that. Hit by Studer to the back row. Ashburn, quick set back to Prasky again. Good long rally here. Ashburn will go back to Lauren Clark again, and this one is down. And there's set point.
Yeah, it's a really nice swing to finish the set from Clark. First ball outside here. Let's take a look at the whole point. Pass is decent. Clark gets the first ball. It's off the block. Pickup was very well handled by the setter. Out of system swing here. Studer goes into the deep court. Schmidt with a nice play. We go slide. That's dug up kind of accidentally and over. Great wherewithal to get back in after she hits the ball to pick up the dig on the overpass. And then Clark finally ends the rally. 25-6, what was that, like a 16-point run there in the middle? But other than that, Blaine played pretty good volleyball. Unfortunately, that 16, 17-point run is really going to be easy for Champlin to run away with the set.
We'll take time out. We'll come back. More volleyball as Champlin Park takes set one. Continue with more on CCX after this timeout.
I, Krista, take you, Jamie, to be my wife.
When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said she won't be taking you in as a client.
We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
John Jacobson with Andy Gugelsberg. Northwest Suburban Conference Volleyball playing against #1 Champlin Park. I know the Rebels looking forward to another match with Lakeville. Best 3 out of 5 this time down in Lakeville next Tuesday.
Yeah, and the elitists among the volleyball community talk about tournament victories like they're chump change. It's 2 out of 3. It's the end typically of a 3 or 4 match day. Not nearly as much pride riding on that as there is in a 3 out of 5 match, which is what they're going to have on Tuesday. It's at the, I believe they call it the Panther Den or something clever like that down in Lakeville. If the pictures I saw from their match Tuesday of this week, when they hosted crosstown rival Lakeville South or Indy Indicator, it's going to be standing room only in that match, as well it should be when one plays 2. Both teams know enough about each other. They've developed a healthy rivalry. It actually started this summer at the Breakdown Captains Tournament in the beginning of August. The two teams went back and forth, and I believe Champlin won 15-13 in the third down there. And then we had the tournament last weekend where Champlin swept that 2-0. and we'll see the 3 out of 5 here on Tuesday.
Chump change, I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh, I definitely don't.
Ashburn to Clark to start set 2. Kronberg going back forward and pushed across by the Bengals. Ashburn setting for Clark again, and this time Lauren gets the kill. 1-0 Rebels.
Nice swing there, back-to-back opportunities. The second one for the win. Aber's got to get out there and close, and I don't know what Anyawu was doing, but when Clark's in the front row, you're going to want to get 4 hands in front of her.
Ashburn serving, and an ace for Izzy.
Nice serve as the bottom drops out of that ball. Is that Studer? Yeah, Studer probably needs to step in and take that ball somewhere between her and Paige.
That one wide. Oh no, it's down for a point. I called it with my eye before I saw the signal.
Yeah, I didn't see it either way. It was close for sure. Line judge on the call right away. Make it 3-0 Rebels.
Ashburn, back row. It doesn't quite get to the front. They can't get a set at all, and it's another ace, another point for the Rebels. Quick 4-0 start for Champlin Park.
Studer playing really tight at this point.
And another ace. This one off of Studer again, the sophomore, and it's 5-0.
I'd like to see maybe Aber pull back and pass here and kind of spin it out. Oh, they're going to basically pinch Studer out and do basically a hide-and-seek two-person. Paige with a much better pass that time.
Crow took it, and left side attack from Aber, but nice dig for the Rebels. And Schmidt's hit. Blocked by Blaine. Another attack from Schmidt. Back it goes to Aber. Nicely dug up by Ashburn at the net, and the point for Blaine. And the Awu will get credit for the kill there.
Yeah, nice play at the net. Overpass comes over, and Yawu does a really nice job of coming through that one.
Megan Keller, senior in for Blaine. She'll serve here.
Keller probably has the most effective serve of all of the Bengals. I don't know if she's the ace leader, but she definitely goes on bigger runs than her teammates.
Ashburn back to Clark. We might talk about Ashburn in the pregame, but talk about it again, Andy. How good are these sets? I mean, they seem to be right on the mark. She's obviously setting up talented hitters, but they seem to be right where the girls need it to make big swings. Absolutely.
That ball there, it's a tight pass moving into the middle of the court. As we see a missed serve, we'll continue to talk about the great play instead of the error there. It's a pass that's a little tight and towards the middle of the court. Ashburn on the run goes behind a very tough set and puts it basically on a tee for Clark. It's gorgeous to watch her run this offense.
Sets up Schmidt here for the kill.
Again, we got Schmidt on a 2-ball here, and for some reason it's a solo block. Late second hands. Keller's going to get herself in trouble if she stands there on another one of those swings from Schmidt.
Weimerskirch, who had a big run in that first set. As Champlin Park scored 15 straight, not going to happen here. Rebels can't dig the ball up, and it's a point for Blaine, and it's 7-3.
Yeah, good tip there. Sees 4 hands in front of her. Nice pickup by Schmidt, and Ashburn, I don't know why she didn't make a move for that ball. Was looking for somebody else to make a play there.
Evelyn Thormasgaard, just a freshman, serving here for Blaine. Looking for the tip of the net was Kringle, but missed on the opportunity. Schmidt set up, dug up by Crow. Tip, but not quite over by Kringle.
Yeah, the freshman setter actually plays pretty poised for a youngster. She does a nice job here serving and then getting herself in position to run the offense.
A3 Champlin Park with Emma Schmidt serving. Handled by Kronberg. Left side swing, too strong. We saw a couple of those in the first set from Campbell. Later had some good attacks, but was hitting balls long in that first set.
Yeah, she gets excited. She overruns the ball. As a result, that ball is deep a lot of the time. And then what she'll do sometimes is she'll overcorrect and end up putting one in the net. So it's feast or famine with her. When she's on, she's real good. See what this swing looks like.
Much better, handled by Schmidt, overpassed the net. Hit across by Kringle, and Ashburn trying to tip it and gets blocked by Campo.
Yeah, good vision there, knowing the setter is front row. Great eyes by the Blaine block here as Ashburn tries to go, and both Kringle and Campo both get across very well there.
Four with Kronberg serving. Ashburn left side, across by Stelpus. Whistle and point for Champlin Park. Double contact called on the Bengals.
Yeah, nice dig there. Evie's got to actually over-communicate that ball so Campo doesn't come in and take it. Campo should actually be off and ready to hit as well, though.
Clark back in, Panzer out. And Stelpus serves. Another whistle.
Wow, it's a tight double call there. I don't know that I disagree with it, but in a 25-6 set one, I don't know that you need to blow the whistle at that point in this set.
Set outside, Studer gets blocked. Ashburn and Hilly going up.
Yep, and here comes the block, and the moment might be a little bit too big for Studer here. Substitution. Coach Gorman will do that a lot. Instead of calling a timeout, make a substitution, see if we can get it a little different chemistry out on the court.
Set by Thormusgaard, pushed across by Beebe. Schmidt gets the dig. There's Clark. Off blockers and down. Good effort to try to dig that ball up by Studer, but couldn't get to it.
Yeah, Clark again. She touches 10 feet and she's hitting the ball at 7-8 into the hands of the Blaine block, making them look very much more athletic than they are. And now it is a timeout by the Bengals here after the ace from Stelpus. 14-4, 10-point lead for the Rebels. And to be honest with you, it feels like a much better volleyball match than set one. Like there's battle happening. It just happens that at the end of every battle, Champlin Park's getting the point. The Rebels playing efficient volleyball. They've had a serving error and a hitting error, I believe, in this set. And I think I can count the errors they had. That's probably less than 5 errors in the 2 sets so far. And if you play that clean, it's hard to lose, period. And then when you add to the fact that they're attacking as well as they are as well, and Blaine not playing clean, it's a recipe for the type of scores we've seen so far.
You know, we talked to Coach Junker before the match, and I said, how do you kind of rein the team in? You know, you haven't lost the match. You're ranked number 1. You're getting recognized nationally. You haven't lost a set. And he said, well, these girls, they haven't won the whole thing yet, and they know September volleyball isn't the same, and he tells them, we haven't won anything. They know they haven't won the big thing. You know, they've been to state a lot of times, which is great for this program and a lot of programs, but they want to win it all this year. And so the eye is on how you're playing in October and especially November.
Yeah, and I think you go back 5-6 years, and yeah, the goal was to get to the state tournament. And now that's just expected. I love being around a program that has that mentality that, you know what, state's going to happen as long as we don't do something silly between now and then. We're not playing to get to state. We're playing to win it all. Winning the Southwest Minnesota Challenge is a big deal. It doesn't give you a gold medal in November, though. So they're still hungry. They're still fighting. Here we see an uncharacteristic error as Hilly doesn't quite get to that ball in time, drops below the plane of the net, and it's a point for the Bengals.
Paige Crow, the sophomore libero, will serve here. 15-5, Bengals trail here in set 2. Ashburn back to Hilly, dug up by Thormusgaard. Aber in the Clark's hands, but Bengals handle. Here's Clark again, attacking and gets the kill.
That's the type of ball that Clark should be hitting every time. We take a look at this. Nice set out to the pin, and you see Clark go get that ball at the 3rd red. That's 10 feet in the air. That's where she should be playing volleyball all the time, and when she does, nobody on the Bengals is going to touch that ball in the block. They might get lucky and pick one off the floor, but she can play at that level with consistency.
Lindsay Roth serving for Champlin Park. Thormusgaard, cross and into the net goes Studer with her hit.
Schmitz into the game, the freshman middle blocker for Grace Kronberg.
Crow, good hustle to get to that ball and over by Studer. Ashburn set it and having to run for it and make the adjustment last second was Holly Blaska, and she gets credit for the kill.
Yeah, nice spot by her. Great effort from the Bengals on the floor there. The run, excuse me, that's a side out, so new server. Who do we have back there, John?
That is Lindsey Roth, still serving.
Oh.
Jensen Lears, though, number 7, is just into the match for the first time tonight for Champlin Park.
Thank you.
There's Roth, there's Ashburn. Blaska got it across. Haber. Nice dig up the back row from Stelpas. Here's Clark attacking for a kill. Past the defense and down for point 19.
Nice cross-court swing there by Clark. Again, she gets high on the ball and finishes her swing into the cross-court. Paige Crow and Kronberg both thinking that ball might have been out.
Greta Stoffaker, number 4, senior in. Roth floats this serve over. They'll go to Studer again. Handled back row again by Stelpas with a couple of nice digs here. Clark off of Thormisgaard's hands. Studer over. Here's Clark. Off hands and then off Stoffaker and down for a Champlin Park point.
That's a really nice swing again, finding the edge of the block. Stoffaker tries to get a touch on it, just not enough.
Roth with a nice little run serving here for Champlin Park in this rotation. Here's Studer. Off the tape and then down for a point.
Finally out of that rotation as Studer takes this one cross court, sets off the net. Really good thumb down, wrist away swing. Excellent touch there by the floor defender.
Brzezinski will serve her team down 20-6. In set 2, good hard serve handled by Roth. Ashburn with a long run on that ball, got it to Clark. Tapped over by Brzezinski. Ashburn will set it up in the middle, and Blaska the kill.
Nice swing. Blaska doing a really nice job in her limited action here. Getting available, getting off, and coming in hard in transition. That ball through the block of Anyanwe.
Served by Ashburn off the tape, but Studer goes down for it. Aber gets blocked at the net. All to the net again and hits the Blaine player, I believe, into the net. And Yahoo.
Call was net violation. I had a lot of ball there, but I'm not down that close to the net. We got a timeout. Bengals 22-6. Blaine looking to figure out a way to salvage a little bit of something here in this set. I like the way they're playing. I like the fight they're playing with. They're just out-athleted across the board. Aber does a nice job when she gets a set, but unfortunately, across the net from her is Clark for 2 of those rotations, and Clark has been in the way a lot. Her blocking prowess is actually quite impressive. I don't remember seeing that from her previously watching her play, both at Armstrong and at the club program for the last couple of years. Here we see Jersey Knight. I believe they call themselves the 6th man. It's the basketball student section that comes out for volleyball as well. Not quite the numbers we're used to seeing from previous years, John. In talking with assistant coach for the Rebels, she said that there's a lot of attention being paid to the football team, who's off to a very good start. So they must pick and choose their moments, I guess.
It's been a good fall here at Champlin Park as the serve comes from Ashburn. I'll talk about that in a moment. Ball scrambling to get to it was Stoffaker. Here's Clark again, over, back row, Stoffaker handling that. Pinsky got it over, Clark tipping it and down for a point. You got the Rebel volleyball team that's number 1 on the state. The girls soccer team won their match today at 5 o'clock. They're 7-0 to start the season. They're ranked. Football team is in the top 10. They're 2-0. Boys cross country team just won a tournament, or a meet rather, second in a big meet down in Iowa last weekend. So there's a lot of success for the fall teams here so far.
Love to see that. Love to see success school-wide. you don't get it in the club setting. When you can get a student section, when you can get a student base behind you, it's a lot of fun to be a part of high school athletics.
Girls tennis team also unbeaten. I knew there was somebody I was leaving out. Set point as Ashburn serves. Ball from the middle over by Aber. Ashburn set to the middle. And swung across over by Lears. As Ashburn again outside for Lears. Crow with a good dig. And over and down for a point. It's Sydney Aber with the kill.
Aber returning the favor that Clark had on her with that tip off the block and out of bounds. Very smart swing. We'll see Keller enter the game here and serve, see if she can get a few points here, get the Rebels uncomfortable before the end of the set.
Ashburn will go to Clark here. To the net and not quite hit over. Blaska trying to dump it over and just hit it into her side of the net instead.
Stelpa's doing some really nice things quietly in the back row this set. Has had a few nice passes, a couple nice digs, doing a lot for her team back there.
Nice serve by Keller. Stelpa's got to that ball, but it'll go as an ace. First off of Roth, Stelpa's with a good effort got to the ball, but couldn't get a good pass up. So an ace for Keller, and she'll serve again.
This is a big feel-good point here for the Bengals if they can get it.
Trying to get to 10. Stelpa's Ashburn and tipped over by Blaska, but I think she hit it the net on her follow-through.
Net violation on the Rebels, and Bengals will get to 10 and see if they can extend it here.
24-10. So 4 in a row here for Blaine. Stelpa, Ashburn back to Clark, and she ends it with a kill, as she did in set 1. And it's 25-10. Champlin Park takes set 2.
Let's take a look at this last one. Keller for her 4th serve. Stelpas again with a great pass. Ashburn, good ball all the way out to the antenna. And Clark takes it hard cross court from the right side. Another shot I didn't know she had a lot of. That's a really nice swing from the senior outside to finish set 2.
Champlin Park up 2-0. We'll take time out. Third set coming your way. You're watching high school volleyball on CCX Sports.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
I got some Oxy after I hurt my neck. First, I took them to feel better. Then, I just kept taking them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Champlin Park has still not lost a set. Andy Gugasberg on the verge of going to 11-0 on the season.
Yeah, they're like we talked about in the pregame, John. They're a machine right now. Even their 8, 9, 10 kids are having their way at the net right now. We saw, I believe it was Blaska, just unload on 4 or 5 balls there in set 2, and she's not one of the starting players for the Rebels typically. When you have Ashburn giving you the ball, though, a great setter can make a good hitter look really, really good. And that's what she's done so far today. and then you give her the opportunity to set those D1 kids, and everybody looks good.
Brasky back in, Schmidt back in. Hilly, they all got a rest near the end of that second set. Heimerskirch getting ready to come in.
Yeah, Junker let Stelpus play the back, I believe. Oh no, sorry, she normally does. I always get her and Stelpus mixed up. 12 and 13, that's part of the problem.
Yep. Weimerskirch back on the floor as you see number 6 there. Here's Ashburn to serve. Ashburn will join her former high school classmate and teammate Sydney Hilly next year at the University of Wisconsin. Swing, but wide on the attack from Prasky. Sydney Hilly in Wisconsin will be in town, Andy, in 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks to play Minnesota.
Yeah, that'll be as Minnesota's been doing for a while now, a sellout game, rowdy crowd. Midweek game will make it a little interesting with the traffic and the crowd, but look for that one to get intense quick.
Prasky gets this one down, though, and nice set from Ashburn, and gets Champlin Park on the board, and it's 1-1. Megan Panzer in. Junior DS will serve here for the Rebels. Go to the back row. It's off of Crow. From the middle, a block, and down for Champlin Park. Anyawu gets blocked. Rebels take the lead.
Yeah, great vision there from Stelpus and Prasky as they both go up with the quick set and put it down.
Serve from Panzer wide, point for Blaine.
Got a substitution on the Bengal side. Megan Keller, who's been DSing all season, into the setting position opposite middle Ogechi.
Ashburn outside. What a big swing there from Stelpus, but dug up by Blaine, and a nice play by Studer to play it across. Ashburn will go that way again, and this time the kill for the junior Jordan Stelpus.
Yeah, she just ripped the cover off the ball. You can't leave her, and there's no block on that ball. Great effort there by Aber to try and get a touch on it, but.
Heimerskirch serves. Back set. Yanwu, her back is dug up here. Schmidt. And a kill for the senior. It's 4-2 Champlin Park.
You can tell everybody's a big hitting player for the Champlin Park Rebels. Ashburn digs that ball, and Schmidt almost gets hit by it, runs out of the way so Weimerskirch can come in and set her. That's good fluid volleyball.
Weimerskirch will get an ace here. Bengals miss on the pass.
Studer still struggling with her first touch. Weimerskirch all about it, getting after her quick. We got a wet spot on the floor. Ashburn going to clean that up. Slow the game down a little bit, but if you were watching the pregame and you saw me wipe sweat off my face 3 or 4 times, it's a bit of a cooker in here. Not nearly as hot as Coach John Junker warned us about, which I'm pretty thankful for, but still pretty warm.
Yeah, no AC in this part of the building, in the field house here at Champlin Park. Here's Ashburn to Hilly. Bengals handle that nicely. Right side, Schmidt punches it across. Crow got to that. Good play on the ball by Keller, and then over by Beebe. And the big swing and a kill for Stelpus. Second kill of the set.
Stelpus really liking that line right now, and Beebe keeps giving it to her, so she'll keep taking advantage.
Yeah, some pretty good plays on that point, Andy, for Blaine, but eventually Champlin Park gets somebody that can put an attack on the ball, and here's another one from Schmidt.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you're Blaine, you're happy with the defensive effort we've seen here in most of set 2 and in all of set 3 so far. It's just eventually Champlin's going to take that swing that you don't have a digger for, and they're up 7-2 here.
Heimerskirch off of Kronberg. Side tip by Beebe, but Schmidt's there for the block.
Schmidt and Hilly camped on that one. Out of system ball. Keller not able to get her hands on it, meaning it's going to be the high outside set to Beebe, and Beebe gets housed.
Weimerskirch again. Remember, had that long run in set 1 of serving. On a little mini run here. Great dive to the ball on that one. Then Ashburn sets up Healy. Blaine's got it, keeping it alive, and Beebe gets it across. Ashburn outside, and the kill. And a swing from Stelpus.
Here's something new, John. Stelpus took that ball down the line for a kill. Let's take another look here. Great swing as Beebe not able to get across, and Keller kind of keeping her hands up to save herself.
Weimerskirch this time long. But she's going to stay aggressive with those serves. They're not going to, if they let them go, they're going to be near that back line regardless, right?
Yeah, she doesn't miss by a lot, and it's coming at you so fast, you got to make a decision pretty quickly.
Thormisgaard in and will serve here for the Bengals. Trailing by 6 here in set 3. Ashburn to Schmidt.
Let's say you have no chance and leave it at that. Schmidt just corks on this ball, beats the block, drops it in front of the libero. Just great play from the senior right side.
Schmidt a good serve. Studer got it back to Crow, got it across. We've seen this before, and it's another kill this set for Jordan Stelpus.
Just at will. The line is open. I don't know how, do you make a blocking adjustment and see if she can take it across court? She probably can, but there's just no hope to defend that ball. Great swing there from the outside again on Stelpus.
Swinging across by Brzezinski. Go one more time, and this time off the tape by Stelpus for the kill.
They made the blocking adjustment, and she takes it cross court. Stelpus with her 6th kill this set, 5th or 6th kill this set. That's unheard of. Great job by the junior outside hitter. And Izzy Ashburn loving getting her the ball. Here we see an out-of-system ball. Going to get dropped across by Beebe. Weimerskirch equal to the task to pick it up. Out-of-system swing. Great job to cut that ball cross court. Doesn't quite line her body up to hit it hard, so she's got to get a little crafty there, and she does. Timeout for the Bengals here. Bengals just trying to figure out a way out of this rotation. If they get a pass, I'd like to see the freshman middle get the ball. If you're John Yunker in Champlin Park, right now he's having a little conversation with Schmidt, I believe. I think that might be a blocking adjustment because right now they're a little susceptible on the inside set. If that ball gets dropped inside from the freshman, Thormisgaard, look for the hands to get back, or excuse me, she's in the back row. Oh, must be talking serving strategy then. What I noticed earlier was Thormisgaard isn't getting that ball out to the pin, so look for Ashburn to drop inside if she needs to.
Always something to coach up, Andy, right? Even if you're up 12-3.
Oh, absolutely. You never give them the time off. There's always something you can get better at.
And here's Schmidt to serve. Off of Crow into ace.
Last year I was sitting with the Gopher coaching staff during the Diet Coke Classic, a event they run every year, and they were about to, their next match was against this team that didn't have a kid over 5'10", and assistant coach Matt Hauk is just scribbling notes, and I go, Matt, what are you doing? He goes, we got to pick the lock, Andy. We got to figure out how to beat these guys. And I couldn't comprehend it because they were that much better than their opponent, and that's exactly what John Yunker's doing right now. Good enough just isn't. Here's how we go after another ball. Here we see great play again. Shocker. Stelp is part of another point for the Rebels.
14-3. A good serve for Schmidt. And it's in for an ace.
Can't buy a bounce if you're the Bengals. That's a great serve.
But this time too strong. She'll play Division I next year, Andy. Emma Schmidt.
Is she the one going to Omaha? There's so many of them. I forget where they're all going. There's one going to Omaha. There's one going to Penn State, Wisconsin, and
I was going to say Northern Illinois, but I assumed you knew.
Yes, Northern Illinois. Thank you.
Oh, another big swing. Oh, that has got to be kill 8, maybe, for
In
Stelpus?
this set, they have
In this
16 points, and she's got half of them on kills. The kid's playing in a whole nother universe, and she ended set 2 playing some of the best backcourt I've seen this year at the high school level.
And she'll serve here. Set outside, across by BB off of Stelpa this time up into the crowd. So rare error for her and a point for Blaine.
You know, you talked to me off camera about where those juniors may end up going. And if any of my college coaching friends are watching this match right now, here's a message. Get on board with Stelpus. The kid can play.
Ashburn go back and over by Weimerskirch and dropped it in.
Yeah, good spot by Weimerskirch there as she drops the third ball over the net and in front of the 10-foot line. Very intelligent play by her.
Blaska is in. Jensen Lears back in. And the serve here for Lindsay Roth. Attack, but hit wide by Natalie Schmitz. Point Champlin Park is point 18 of set 3.
Schmitz, the freshman middle, getting the ball there. I like the fact she's not afraid to swing. She just misses wide.
We'll go back to her again. And a point for Blaine.
Nice swing there between the block and the net. That ball falls. When you touch as high as Clark does, you really got to be mindful to get across, because if you don't, you have that, we call it the Drano ball between your hands and the net. Pretty much indefensible.
Keller serves. Back row handled by Stelpus. Here's Clark. Wide.
Clark going off speed there, looking for the sideline. Paige Crow gets her foot all the way to the sideline, recognizes that ball's out of bounds. Nice point for the Bengals.
18-7. Served by Keller. Ashburn's got to run this one down. Stelpus over from the middle and he'll get a kill. Even from the back row, Stelpus able to rack up another kill here.
That's a great spot by the junior outside playing back row, and drops it in front of the middle back defender as she's too deep to play down ball defense.
Keller out 7 and a little bit too high on Yamu, unable to get to that ball, just mistimed on that, and it's a point for Champlin Park.
Timeout here, Blaine Bengals. Anyawu just committed to play collegiate volleyball at Hamlin University. Going to stay local here and play Division III. Really excited about the opportunity. Her brother Duke was a star football player for the Blaine Bengals. Yeah. Ended up playing quarterback his senior year, and then went to the Gophers and had a pretty injury-ridden career there. Ended up being there for 6 years, a lot of knee issue, got himself a great education. We actually, Coach Gorman and I saw him Tuesday after the match, married a basketball player from Maple Grove, I believe, and I'm blanking on her name because I'm terrible at stuff like that. And they're enjoying their life. NYU very excited about the opportunity to play for Maggie Meeksel at Hamlin University, D3 program on the rise. We'll see here if we can get her another ball. I like the idea there from Keller to try and feed her one. Just got a little too high.
Ashburn serves, floats it over, handled by Aber. Swing from the middle, point for Champlin Park. And it's good to see if that didn't get to Blaska or if she got the block here.
She definitely got a part of that ball. That's a really good looking block from the middle.
Ashburn back row to Studer. Here's Aber, cross court, nice kill for the lefty.
It's a great ball from Aber. Puts it right in between Ashburn and Lures. Great spot.
Brittany Malik, a senior DS, will come in and she will serve here for the Bengals.
Malik doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, but when she does, she is a spark plug. I'd like to see her rip a serve here and get in there and start laying out for some balls defensively.
Ashburn for Blaska gets the kill.
Blaska, nice swing there around the block. I believe might have been over it, but it looked like she cut around it.
Panzer in, Clark out. Panzer will serve. Sent back in, tipped over nicely by Aber, down for a point. Right in front of Lears.
Another good point from the right side, Aber. She sees Lears kind of on her heels and drops that ball in front of her. Really smart play. Now she'll go back to serve.
Serve long, and it's 23-9 Champlin Park. Hilly back in. She'll replace Roth. And Weimerskirch will serve to try to close out this match, Andy.
She's more than capable as she went on a big run in one and another one here to start set 3.
To the middle, over, but long by Kronberg.
I was just about to say, Kronberg does a really nice job getting behind that ball and getting a good pass. She just couldn't get the third contact down. Match point here, John.
Weimerskirch trying to close it out. Set to BB, and there is point 25, and set 3 to Champlin Park.
Yeah, 25-9 in the third set here as we see the last point. Weimerskirch with another great serve. That ball floats so well. Kronberg, good feet behind it. Keller bump set. BB trying to cut it. Knows that the hard-driven ball hasn't been working. Doesn't get it to the net. That'll end the match in a 3-0 sweep. Rebels doing Rebel things, man. They're playing clean volleyball right now and looking like a machine that's got one goal in mind, and that's a state championship. A lot of volleyball between now and then, though, John.
They'll take on Lakeville North on Tuesday. We'll talk to the Rebels about that and more in a moment. We'll have post-game coming up. You're watching high school volleyball on CCX Sports.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I bought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Action!
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Another win for their volleyball team. They are now 11-0 on the season and a 3-set sweep of Blaine here tonight. Welcome back to Champlin Park High School. John Jacobson joined by two of the juniors on the Rebels, Sammy Hilly and Jordan Stalpas. And Jordan, tell me about this season, how much fun this first month of volleyball has been for you guys.
We've had a lot of fun so far. We have a lot of great players, so we're super excited for the rest of the season. And yeah.
Last weekend, you had the win down in Marshall. How big was that for your team?
It was so much fun. We played against some great volleyball players, and our team's super talented too. So it was a really good match to watch and play.
How much fun are tournaments like that? In that one, you played 5 matches over 2 days.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You beat Eastridge here the other night and a conference win tonight. You guys put a lot of importance into these Northwest Suburban Conference matches.
Yeah, we do a lot of practicing. We even practice before some matches, get a little bit of serve and passing in and just get us ready for the game.
I know you beat Lakeville North down in Marshall, but you got them again next week down in Lakeville. Is that one you've kind of circled on your calendar, the one you're looking forward to?
Yeah, we've been working super hard for this game. We're super excited. We're ready to play them.
Congratulations on the win tonight. Sammy Hilly, and talk about this team and how well all of you girls seem to work together as a group.
We all work together pretty well. We all hang out all the time, and we all just get along pretty well.
How much does it help that most of you play together in the off season too, or playing club volleyball?
That helps a lot because we work together. We have lessons, and some of us come to our lessons and stuff.
You guys have big goals for the season. I know. How much do you talk about that? Winning conference, winning section, winning state possibly this year.
We talk about it a lot, but we work more on it. We work on things we need to work on during practice so we can get there.
How much do you emphasize each match, though, not looking to November yet and trying to improve on whatever it is against an opponent like Blaine, for instance?
We always just play the game that's in front of us. We never look ahead. We work for the game that's next.
And I mentioned the Jordan and Lakeville North coming up next week. What does it take to beat them? What do they do well that you have to do better than them?
We have to watch out for Junkie. She can hit all types of shots, and the other outset that they have too can hit shots as well.
A little warm here tonight, is that all right?
Yeah, it's always warm in here.
Sammy, congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Sammy Hilly and Jordan Stalpas here, a little steamy Champlin Park field house, but they worked well for Champlin Park tonight. They win another conference match, they win another match in the season, and still have not lost a set yet in their first 11 matches. That will do it for our telecast tonight here at Champlin Park. The Rebels, number 1 in 3A, go to 11-0 in the season. For Andy Gugersberg and all our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching high school volleyball on CCX.